Welcome to the Nutty Knitty Sisters podcast, a podcast about knitting, spinning, and fiber-related creations. We're your hosts,
Julie
and Judith.
You can find us on social media as Nutty Knitty Sisters on Instagram, at Nutty Knitty Sisters on YouTube, and you can email us at nuttyknittysisters@gmail.com.
If you're watching for the first time, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and thanks for returning. We'd appreciate it if you'd click the subscribe button below so you don't miss any broadcasts.
Click that bell, you'll be notified as soon as new videos are loaded.
Now, grab your knitting, find a comfy spot,
And let's get a little nutty. Hello everyone, welcome to our Rhinebeck 2019 recap. This is part one. So we had a ton of fun going from Maine to New York. And so we're going to break up our recap into two parts. The first part is kind of what we did on our way to New York, and then the second half will be, the second part of this will be a separate broadcast, and that will be our Rhinebeck experience. So, we left Maine on Thursday morning? Yes, Thursday morning. It is about a 6.5, 7 hour drive, right? Isn't that what?
if we went straight through.
We went straight through, right. So what we did was we actually stopped in Portland, Maine, which is about 2 hours south of here. And we did a little pre-game shopping. We stopped at Port Fiber, but unfortunately she was already in Rhinebeck. She was she was going, so that was closed up. Who's the lady down there?
Casey, yeah, I can't remember her last name.
So yeah, she was already gone. There was a note on the door. She was in Rhinebeck, so bummer. But we did then go to Knitwits, which was fun. Nice little shop right on, is it Forest Avenue? No, I don't know where it is, but it's a cute little shop. Yeah. We've been there before. So I guess before we really get into like what we did, maybe we should talk a little about just what's been happening since Rhinebeck. Any updates for you? Like just personal updates?
Are you talking yarn personal
No,
or just personal? Just recovery mode.
Yep.
Yeah, like back to reality.
Yep.
And
real food, because
real food.
we ate all the gas station food.
We did not eat good.
We did not eat good.
No.
The most healthy thing we had, I think, was the cider donut.
Oh
No, we had the Mediterranean
Buns.
salad. Oh,
Yeah.
we did eat at Buns.
Yeah.
We had a greasy burger.
Yeah.
They weren't really that greasy.
No,
they were really good.
Excellent.
We did have the salad. But
yes,
we'll talk about that during
Okay.
the Rhinebeck meat, eat, and donut.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did not eat very good at all. So it was nice to come home.
Trying to get our bodies back on track.
Yeah.
Rehydrated.
Yeah.
We didn't drink our water very well.
We were so naughty. We were so naughty.
Yeah.
I think the most hydrating beverage we drank all weekend
was
Red Bull. Yeah.
Yep.
Lots of Red Bull.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Many.
Yeah. Lots of coffee.
Yes.
And lots of Red Bull. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I've been pretty much in recovery. It's been a week now. Today is Friday.
Yes.
October 24th? 25th? So yeah, so we are officially a week from when we began this journey. But yeah, I'm just starting to feel like I'm kind of sort of getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Back still hurts, feet still hurt, legs still hurts, but my mind's a little sharper.
We'd have to crawl a lot for mine to get there.
We had way too much fun. So we're completely inexperienced on this whole podcast thing. So we were terrible. We didn't take proper pictures.
Yeah. Very few pictures and
no video. So sorry. But we'll try to convey the feeling that we were having.
And we will do better next time.
We will do better next
now
time.
we know what to expect.
Yeah.
This was our virgin journey.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do better next time. We'll have more. We're gonna steal our husband's GoPros. That's happening.
Yep.
So we can have the things. So we can have footage of the what?
Oh,
whoa, Nellie!
That's right. Poor Nellie.
Nellie.
She was our dashboard mascot, and there was a lot of whoops. She had a little bit of a barrier with the screen dashboard piece there to lean up against, but those left-hand turns were a killer.
I was driving,
Nellie.
so you know. Yeah.
She was a trooper, though.
She needs more beans in her butt. We're contemplating inserting magnets in her butt and putting a little metal plate on the dashboard so she can just kind of go.
Either that or I'm going to knit her seatbelts.
Seatbelts. Nelly's seatbelts. She was a sport, though.
Yes. She did good.
So the drive down was, I think that's it on like updates. Nothing much else going on in my life. I went back to work, which sucked, but I just wanted to knit all the yarn that I got over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go into the trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
The drive down was great. It was fabulous weather. So we did stop at Knitwits. I kind of jumped ahead, and so we'll talk about, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about what we purchased. Knitwits. So we stopped at Knitwits, kind of, you know, we were jonesing for yarn.
Yeah.
Right from the get. We just wanted to hit some yarn before we even got to New York. So we went to Knitwits, which I don't have one of their cards, unfortunately, but I will put their information underneath. So we went to Knitwits, and we hemmed and hawed.
Yeah. We went round and round and round.
Yeah.
I don't know.
7 or 8 times on what we were getting, why we were getting it. I had no plan. Really dangerous for Rhinebeck.
When I saw one yarn there, I got a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't. We had our top 3 little things that we wanted to get, but I had no plan as far as yarn.
And not at Knitwits. I hadn't made a plan, but I got one when I got there.
Yeah. So you go first.
Okay.
Let's see what you got at Knitwits.
All right. So I first of all got this is called Crazy. It's a Stonehenge fiber mill. Crazy. No two are alike. So it's a 2-ply sport, 230 yards, 100% fine wool. Let's see if we can get the tag where we can see it. I don't know if that's backwards or the right way.
It'll come out the right way when we do it.
So that's the tag.
I think.
And this is the color. It just grabbed me.
I love it.
It's got like your hand spun barber pole here with just then a solid in here.
I love the barber pole.
Yeah. And the colors the blues are definitely my colors, and I'm really into the fall colors right now. So the two together were just perfect.
Yeah.
Blending the both. So I saw this and I said, oh, that would make an awesome next shift along hat.
Yep.
Because I've made a shift along hat and I really would like to make another one. So then I had to scout out, so what's going to go with? And I wanted a lot more contrast than my previous one. So if this was going to be the blips, I wanted the solid color to be a lot more contrast, a lot more.
Yeah.
So this would show up a lot more.
Yeah.
So I went around and around and around, and I found a skein that was the color I wanted, which is this Berrocco Vintage, and the color is Minty. So it's a nice, it's kind of blowing it up a little bit, but it's kind of minty.
Yeah.
So I really liked that, but this is a, what did we determine, worsted?
Yeah.
So this is a worsted. This is a sport, and I was kind of bumming, thinking, I don't know how it'll turn out, but I'll give it a shot. So yeah, that's the two that I got. I thought that would be a nice contrast because I didn't want any colors to be the same in the contrast as the main color. That way I wouldn't have any like blending in those little blips. The blips would all stand out real nice. So that was my plan that I got after I got in Knit
Yeah.
Bits.
Beautiful. I love that mint. So, again, no plan. But I fell in love with this beautiful thing. This is also Stonehenge Crazy.
Yep. So this one.
No two are alike, same thing. Two-ply sport, Stonehenge Fiber Mill. And this is just all the country, amazing, cute. And it's got the barber pole in the blue and gray and a little bit in the gray and red there. And then you've got solid red and solid grays. So it is super, super pretty. I do love it. And I guess it doesn't really have a colorway because it's the no two are alike. But my thought with this was they had a sample with the shift.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've not made that yet, and so I thought this would be really pretty. But I didn't really find anything I absolutely loved to go with it, but I probably have stuff in the stash that I can pair it with. So once I get it all photographed and on Ravelry, I will find a mate and we'll get it in a project bag for the shift, because that's going to be after holiday knitting for me. And then the second thing I got at Knitwits was a Manos Del Uruguay, and is that Fino?
Fino, yep.
Extra fine merino and silk, and it's cool. They have the location and the artisan that made it, I guess. Location Dragoon, and the artisan is Maribaz. But the colorway, there are all these little minis. The colorway it says is Eleanor. Whoop, there it is. So this is the tag, the maker. And it's just all these beautiful little minis. And because it's merino and silk, it's super, super squishy and soft. And I love it. It's got this pale pink, kind of a tonal rose pink, this rusty tonal. A darker rose, and then this really beautiful burgundy. And what I was thinking, hoping, I've got to check my yardage, but I've got this gorgeous yak, which has fuzz on it. I've got this gorgeous yak that I got for a steal. It's Classic Elite, and it's yak and silk. And it's so soft. It's very close in softness to this and very close in color. So I'm hoping maybe I can do a sweater and combine with a colorwork yoke, and maybe I can do something with that. So that, I didn't have a plan, but I got one. So that's what that's for. And that was our Knitwits trip. So from Knitwits, we went to Northampton, and we stayed in an Airbnb there, a very nice couple. And we got there kind of late, pretty much just crashed.
Yeah.
And then we took off first thing in the morning for New York. There were a couple of things that we wanted to do on Friday. So we left pretty early, and we were scooting to Red Hook.
Oh yeah,
Red Hook for the Morehouse Farm open house. So we did that, and then it was on to Needles Up, Legacy Fiber Artz Needles Up, and then the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar, put on by Christy Glass and Tink Knits. Yes, thank you. So the first stop was Morehouse Farm, and the sheep. Just talk about the sheep. They were so cute, so sweet. And the people there were great. Like the people that knew, like they
lots of information.
talked all about the I asked him about skirting the wool and all, scouring, and we talked about, I think, everything from beginning to end. When we pulled into our parking space, there were black walnut trees, and there were black walnuts all over the ground, and we grew up in Kansas where black walnuts were the same. If you didn't have a black walnut tree in your yard, there was something wrong with your soil, because everybody had them. So I guess it was when we were leaving, we grabbed a Dunkin' Donuts bag and took a bag full of them home, because my mom is a huge, she's a Kansasan, and so we figured we'd bring her some black walnuts. Cheap gift for mom while you're traveling. Black walnuts from the ground.
And she'll flip out about it.
And she'll love it. Yeah, she'll absolutely love it. We got there pretty much as they were opening. I don't think they've been open very long.
No, maybe 20 minutes, half hour.
Yeah, and so we were first greeted with this cute little card and a pen so that we could mark what we were looking for, what we loved and what we're looking for. But let's be real, when we found something we looked for, it just went in our basket. But it was Morehouse Farm, so there's their website, and very, very sweet people. They had lots of kits for the Harriet's, hat, mittens, gloves, all the things. So we did get one of those, and they had tons of different colorways, and I think
that was
it
the
was
hardest
so
part. It's,
hard.
Oh no, which colorway? They're all
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, all the colors were amazing. So we finally agreed on one, and because we're gonna share it, and this is the colorway. So, and what did we got the headband.
Pattern.
I had looked at the headband and thought, nah, I'm not really into the headband. I'm not going to wear a headband, but it's reversible.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that until we saw someone was wearing it. One of the sales girls was wearing one and showed it to us. And, oh my God, I fell in love. So this should be enough to get us each a headband. So I will be winding off half of each color.
Yeah, I think we figured that if we did headbands, we could get four headbands anyway, because they told us that this pack you could get 2 hats, maybe 3, but the likelihood was you'd have to buy one more skein of what your main color was to get a 3rd hat.
Yeah.
So I think if you can get just shy of 3 hats, we should get 4 headbands, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna split that up tonight and take that home. We bought the headband, and then that day the cowl was being released.
Yes.
So I went on as soon as I think I did it in the car.
Yeah.
And I got the cowl and the headband pattern for myself. So really, really good cause. If you haven't heard of Harriet hat and whatnot, go to mrimakers.com, and I'll put that down here. It's a great charity. It's proceeds from the pattern go to purchasing an MRI for Shetland Island. It's like a 2 or 3 day journey, and I can't even imagine how much money it must cost families who need to have an MRI done. So this project was made to help them earn enough money to get an MRI on the Isle of Shetland. So really great cause, and I appreciate Morehouse doing all the work. Yeah. So I don't have to audition yarns. Yeah. So this is great. So that was one of my Morehouse purchases, and then I did get another thing of yarn. Woo! I'm shaking the table. I did get another thing of yarn to go with that. So hopefully I might be able to squeeze out either mittens or another something. We'll see. But I just love this green. It's so
perfect green.
So pretty. Even if I don't use it in that, I'll use it in something because it's gorgeous. And then the last thing I got at Morehouse was, and I've already shown them to her, so I've already spoiled the surprise, but my eldest daughter loves owls, so I bought this little owl kit. Julie, you tell us about the animal thing. You were telling me in the car about all the animals.
Oh yes, I don't remember. I don't remember the wife's name, but she has so many animal patterns. She was really into creating all sorts of items that were in an animal theme. There's things like an alligator scarf. There were hedgehog mittens.
The hedgehogs almost came home with me.
Cute. So they had all sorts of these kits for all sorts of animals, and other things too, not just animals. But she was prolific with making patterns with animal themes.
And I mean, it's even got the felt there for the eyes.
It's a complete kit.
It's everything you need to make those mittens.
Except your needles.
Except your needles, yes. I got that covered.
Yeah.
But they had all different colors and everything, and Kayla really loves snowy white owls, so this was the closest thing I could get to a snowy white. So I'm hoping it comes out to look something like Hedwiggy. But it's super pretty. So that was my Morehouse haul, right? That's everything. Yep, that's my Morehouse haul. What's your Morehouse haul?
My Morehouse haul. So, like I said, they had so many wonderful, wonderful kits. And they had this hat on display that I just fell in love with. It's called Fireflies. And it's a gorgeous hat. It reminds me a lot of the Shift Along. So it really caught my attention. So it has 2 skeins of their 3-strand merino. And I don't think it has the colorways of what they are, but I think they're just so pretty.
I love that.
I feel like that can be either an autumn kind of theme, or it could transition into holiday too.
Yep.
And then a real nice, just neutral, almost an oatmeal, oatmeal-y gray kind of color. But yeah, it's all together, all ready to go. Love it. I also got the Knitwits purchase, the inspiration.
Yes.
For the colors to go with the crazy yarn. So then I get to Morehouse and I find one of their yarns that is perfect as well. Just a little bit more of that color that I really
But if
loved.
you take this one out and put it up against this, I do like the darker mint better.
I like it better.
Yeah.
So the Berrocco vintage will end up something else.
I think you just need to get more of it and make a summer tea or something out of that, and some coral maybe.
Oh boy.
I'm enabling.
Yeah, she's enabling here. Oh, it isn't an acrylic wool blend, so it wouldn't be 100% wool. It could work for summer.
Another trip to Knitwits. Stay tuned.
So yeah, anyway, so this is actually going to end up my shift along because I do like the little bit darker, more minty green color to it. Let's see, what else did I get? Morehouse. Oh, this is their sliver. So this is their single ply, and these colors were just so
feel
good.
them again?
Oh, they're so squishy. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's their single ply. Of course, this one is just kind of a natural, not really a white, kind of a cream. Yeah. And then this one is just like a brick red. It is such a good red. Yeah, that's more like the real right there. Sorry to block you,
please.
But that's where it's getting the good color. So yeah, it's a really nice single ply. It's not a lot of twist in it.
It's so spongy.
Oh my gosh, it's bouncy. Look at this. Boing, boing.
Oh my God,
it's just so bouncy. And the whole cake is just squishy soft. And
Don't squeeze the Charmin.
Oh, I have to squeeze the Charmin. Yeah, I picked up one of those and just completely fell in love. So I had to have those.
I had to look away.
Yes, you had to keep walking. And then they also make their own lavender sachets, and I love to put this stuff with my yarn just to keep the creepy crawlies at bay.
Their
Don't want
lavender
anybody to even get attracted to my nice yarns.
Their lavender is so, it almost has a piney
It has lavender, marjoram, rosemary, pennyroyal, and cloves.
Cloves.
I knew I could smell.
That's what I'm smelling.
It's like almost a apple pie kind of smell to it. But it's just, the fragrance is amazing.
Yeah.
So they had those. I think they were $6 or
that's reasonable.
$6 each. I think they were, or 3 for $15. So such a bargain.
Of course,
had
you
to have
got
it.
to do the 3.
Yes, absolutely. And that was my Morehouse.
That was Morehouse.
I love it.
All right. So next was Legacy Fiber Artz Needles Up. So I did grab a Legacy Fiber Artz little card. And there is all of their contact info. Sorry, Julie. I hope this comes out the right way up on YouTube. I'll be really embarrassed if it doesn't. I think it does. So Legacy Fiber Arts sponsored a Needles Up at
Was the
Best Western? Yeah.
in Kingston.
Yes, in Kingston. I was so scared of going across the Kingston Bridge, and I did it, and it was amazing. It was not bad at all. All the traffic was coming the opposite way on our way out. The traffic wasn't that bad in.
No.
But it was really fun. As soon as we walked in, it was like wall-to-wall people. It wasn't so bad. Like as we started to leave, it had started to thin out a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was so busy, they were holding people at the door and only letting a few people in at a time. And it was literally butt to butt. But it was cool. There was so many cool vendors there. And I don't know if we even got to really peek at all of them.
We made it all the way around, but some of them we probably didn't get as much time as we would have liked to have had,
but we grabbed cards from the ones that we purchased from, and was that it? Yeah, we just grabbed cards from the ones we purchased from. Oh yeah, you got that. Yeah. So the first one, right as soon as we walk in the door, as soon as we walk in the door, you walk in and right to the right. Beautiful table. Beautiful person.
Yes.
It was Sucre Miniatures, and just her energy and her excitement and her personality was electric. It was just so fun to meet her, and we totally geeked out.
Yes.
Her and Michael totally let us channel our inner Harry Potter nerd, and it was amazing. They were like,
they were right there with us.
Right there with us, yeah. So it was really, really cool. So here is her card. Oops. I'll get used to this eventually. Sucre Miniatures. And I think just about every Harry Potter stitch marker I picked up, I had to have. It was so amazing.
She didn't even have her full line there either.
No.
I was looking online when we got back.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
If you love what you're about to see, you need to go check her out online because she had so many more. And this is ridiculous. And she sweetly gave us a little pin, which I haven't even taken out of the wrapper yet because I didn't want to ruin it. You have it?
Yeah.
Cool. Julie's gonna get it.
I have it on my back.
On her bag of goodness.
Yeah. So this one right here, Sleepy Sheep Society. I don't know if you can see the writing, but that's what it is. Sleepy Sheep Society.
I absolutely love it. I have fondled all of my haul several times since we got back, but I haven't put anything away because I wanted to wait until after the broadcast. But here are the amazing Harry Potterness. These are so cute. Look. Oops, sorry, Julie. It's the Happy Birthday Harry cake that Hagrid brings to Harry in Sorcerer's Stone when he rescues him from his aunt and uncle. So that's really, when I showed it to Lincoln, he said, the one he sat on, my grandson, my 4-year-old grandson, the one he sat on. He knew that Hagrid sat on it. So there's that, and then there is the cute Book of Spells. Stop wiggling, Book of Spells. There we go. My fingernails are atrocious. I apologize. Book of Spells, super cute. Look, it like has like the little pages. How like, I don't even know how she does it. And then gillyweed tea. So this one was really cool, and I definitely have to get some more of these. A whole line of teas inspired by Harry Potter things. So she had like Mrs. Umbridge's tea. She had a polyjuice tea. The mandrake root, the baby mandrake root tea, and I got gillyweed tea. So that is the gillyweed.
The weed is actually like
like sticking out of the tea, and then these are the little gillyweed satchels or whatever, like that he eats when he goes underwater. So yeah, so cute. And then last but not least, probably my favorite. I think this I squeed.
Yeah.
Did I squeal?
Yes.
I squealed.
Yeah.
Pretty hard when I saw this. It's a Grimm. It is the Grimm that that Professor Umbridge sees. Is it Umbridge? No, Trelawney. Professor Trelawney sees in the cup. The Grimm. So cute. Oh my God, I love it. And the fact that my grandson knows when he looks through the pictures on my phone, those are stitch markers. Yes, they are, honey. So cute. I love it. What did you get from you? You want to go through all of my needles up, or do you want to do the same?
Do you want to do the same vendor? Might make more sense.
Yeah, because we kind of shopped at the same spots.
Yeah. So and you'll have to help me because I'm not nearly as big Harry Potter, but I got the little. It's on my on my whip. I got the little teacup with the Happy Birthday Harry mini cake.
Yep.
And I'm not sure what the tea is.
I don't know.
It didn't say what the tea was, and she may have said what it was, but I didn't catch it.
I don't know. I think it was basically just the teacup is inspired by the Happy Birthday Harry cake.
Yep.
Super cute.
They're so cute. The details on them are.
I know.
They're just crazy.
Even the bottom of the plate.
Yeah. Look.
Even the bottom of the plate.
It's like where it would have been. Fired, and you have that white ring with no glaze on it, and then there's glaze in the little teeny inside piece. The detail's amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
So cool.
So that's what I got at Super Sugar.
That was her Super Sugar.
Yes.
So the next one we went to was Daisy Lane Design. Super cute card. I think this is adorable. Daisy Lane. This is Allison Williams, and there is her info. So she had the cutest little pouches. She had several different sizes. So here is the little pouch. There's her little emblem, and it's for your Tuft Woolen hand balm. So it fits right in there perfectly. And she also had one for their lip balm. Perfect little companion for that product. So you can
nice clip to
clip it on your project bag. Yeah. So super cute. Whatever. And Julie, which one did you get? Because we,
Yeah, we did it again.
Matchy match. Super cute.
Although we did get different hand balms.
We did get different hand balms. Yeah. So that was what we got at Daisy Lane Designs. And then we did go to Tuft Woolens as well. Is it Tuft Woolen? Yeah, Tuft Woolens. So there's Tuft Woolen's card. This booth was the smelliest heaven on the planet. So there is their information. And so yummy. I think I only ended up getting two things from the Tuft. We got I've always wanted some of their hand balm, and you can't go to Rhinebeck and not have apple or cider donut, right? So yummy, smelly good, and it feels so good on your hands. And then I also we both got, because we squirrel, it just seemed totally appropriate to get us
nutty and nitty right on one pin.
Yeah, right on one pin. Yes, he's holding a little nut ball. Yeah. So we each got one of those. And what did you get from Tufts, Julie?
I got, well, we pretty much did the same thing.
I turned the fan down, and now I feel like I'm not yelling. Jeez, I hope that the sound isn't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely the hand balm. I got the autumn berry, and I think my other one was the cider donut. I think. Don't remember. This is my favorite. It smells so good. And then I got the little pin that you got.
Yeah.
The squirrely yarn nut.
Mm-hmm. We did get that at Tufts, didn't we? We didn't get that at Sandy, did we?
That was Tuft, I believe. I can't remember for sure.
I can't remember either. It might have been at Sandy by the lakeside.
Might have been. And let's see, oh no, where's my, yeah, this,
yes.
too. Yes. We got a little project bag. These are nice project bags. These are like a heavyweight linen, and it's good. Drawstring is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the perfect size that I like for socks. So, love it.
Yep. That was Tufts, and then we did go to, I was so excited to see Sandy by the lakeside.
Yeah.
So we did get to meet her, and I will insert a picture of us with her here. But there's her information, if you can see that. But yeah, so we got to meet her. She's very, very nice. And
sweetheart.
We got some yummies at her. Oh, this was the pin we got. We got her pin, Sandy by the Lakeside pin. Super cute. And then I got some, because you can never have too much rose gold in your life. So I got rose gold stork scissors. And I got one of her scissor point caps, point protectors. So it fits perfectly on that. And then more rose gold, because you can't have too much. Super nice rose gold. So these are obviously going to go in my new Sandy by the Lakeside bag. So cute. Look at that rabbit. He just looks so regal. He's like,
yeah,
lording over the things. Beautiful bag. I really, really like it. Zipper is great. It's got this cute little leather tassel on it. And I love the gingham check inside. I told you on the last broadcast or podcast, I don't have proper project bags. We fixed that.
We did.
We fixed it and then some. So this is going to be definitely a thing that you will see later with whips in it. I just blew right through all of my things. Did you have Sandy?
I have Sandy. Yep.
Oh, you had one other I didn't have.
I have
Yes.
2 others, I think, that you don't
Oh,
have.
right. Yeah.
So I have been eyeing her leather. I'm not sure if she just calls it a roll bag, but like a tool pouch, and it's round, so it's a cylinder shape. It's got a nice handle here. I like it because I like the handle on that end because it can go down in the side of my bag rather than like this, and it's going to fall to the bottom. So I stand it up inside my project bag. So I love it. I mean, her work is just, it's so nice. Gosh, everything about it is just so nice. And then I got a pin as well, one of her lakeside pins. I had to have me some rose gold as well, so we've got the tape measure.
You can't have too much rose gold.
And then the other thing I got, which I've been eyeing them and seeing people with them for so long, and I finally sprung. Yeah, these are the Putnam scissors, and I got the little scissor sheath to go on them. These are so much more comfortable with that nice big rings for your fingers, and they're sharp. They're just nice scissors.
I saw people steeking with those
Yeah.
on Christy Glass's
Yeah.
steeking video.
Yep.
Steeking at Rhinebeck. What did she call it? Steek and streak.
Steek and streak, yes. Yeah, so that is my Sandy. I also...
Is this was Classy Squid?
Squid, yes.
This is from Classy Squid. There's, whoops, sorry.
Fiber.
There's her information.
So yeah, we actually went from Suker and right next door after all that Harry Potter
they were
goodness.
right next door. That's right.
Yeah.
I totally had those out of order.
All of the Harry Potter goodness at Suker and right next door they had all sorts of the different houses fiber for Harry Potter.
Slytherin and Gryffindor.
Yeah,
and...
all of them.
Yeah.
So I had a really hard time choosing between. There were some really beautiful ones. What was it? The unicorn blood. That was the one I
Unicorn blood
got.
was amazing. It was like silver. It had like silvery. It was like a white and silver, almost a stellina like look to it.
Yeah, it had some glitters in it. It had silk in it. There was another silky fiber, but it wasn't silk, and I don't remember what it was.
Pearl, was it?
It might have been pearl.
Might have been pearl.
And then it had some black in it, and it had some red in it. So it was really pretty.
Yeah.
But at the front of their booth, they had this nice little display with, I believe it was spindles.
Yep.
And they had some of these fibers that were spun from the end of the spindle, and then the bulk of the fiber just hanging down, and they called it unicorn tails.
Because it looked just like a
unicorn
tail.
And one of the fibers that they had there was their Parisian confectionery. So this is 3 ounces. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It has all of the things you'd see in a unicorn.
Yeah.
All the colors you'd want. Little nubs and naps and glitters and
sparkly. There's sparklies.
I don't know how well the sparkle's catching, but it just is amazing. I fell in love with that, and then I walked around and I picked up this and I looked at that, and it's like, nope, I keep coming back. It's that one.
That was really it. And seeing it spun like halfway and looking like a unicorn tail was so cool.
That was awesome. And then I went over to Legacy Fiber Arts booth.
Yes, which we showed at the beginning.
Yep, showed their card. They have so many just gorgeous yarns. I had an awful time choosing. But I came across this one, which is it's a sock set, and it's their steel toes, 4-ply, fingering weight, 75-25 merino nylon, 463 yards and 100-gram skein. So the colorway on this was, I don't remember what it was, Tiny Dancer. And I had to get it because my granddaughter, Kinsley, is a dancer. She dances and sings all the time. She takes dance classes.
She's so tiny.
And she's a tiny little dancer. So I got this set so that I could make her and I each a pair of little, probably ankle socks in a matching set. So we can twin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Yeah. So that was my Needles Up.
That was Needles Up.
Yep.
So we left Needles Up and we scampered back to Rhinebeck. And we went to the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar. And the line was insane. I could not believe it. But we had so much fun. I think we had as much fun in line as we did inside. It was awesome. So we did a little video in the line in the parking lot, and I
totally fangirled.
Well, first I didn't hold the button down on the phone, so I totally missed the whole video, and we had to do it again. Noob. But when we did it again, we got photobombed by Christy Glass, so that was a blast. That was so cool and so fun. Hey guys, we are at the Yarn Bazaar in Rhinebeck, and look who's coming up behind us right now, live on my Instagram. Oh my God! Total fangirl moment. Look, photobombed by Christy. And look who is up there in the white sweater and the beautiful purple skirt. That is Amber from Yarn Bazaar. Hi Amber, I'm in line with you. So we're getting ready to go in. We'll see you guys in there. Bye. And then I completely fangirled.
Fangirl.
I can't even talk. I completely fangirled. We saw Amber Lindemann from the Yarn Hoarder podcast, and Corey. I never pronounced her name correctly. Eichenberg, I think. She's the I Rock Knits. So we saw them, and I totally fangirled. And Amber, I'm sorry if I scared you, because you looked a little terrified. She looked a little scared. I kind of walked up behind her. I'm like, Amber? Oh my God, I'm such a fan! And I like grabbed her and hugged her, and yeah, I was a complete dork. But I got my picture taken with her, and I'll insert that here. It was awesome. So we got to meet Corey and Amber, which was a riot. And then we're standing in line, and I'm like all nerved up. I'm on this whole, Amber Yarn Hoarder high. And so I had taken a skein of yarn, a hank of yarn, and stuffed it in a bag. And I wanted to, in case we had to stand in line, I wanted to do socks, but it hadn't been rolled yet. So I started hand rolling, and I had it draped over my arm. And I wish we got the name of that lady. There was a sweet, sweet woman, and she stood there with my yarn in her hands while I wound this entire ball of yarn. Yeah, super, super sweet. So whoever you are, if you find us and watch us, thank you. Lots of love.
And let us know who you are.
Yes, comment below if you're you and you want us to know who you are. I promise I won't, come and hug. Well, I might hug you. I'm not going to promise that.
If we ever meet again.
So then I did a pin exchange on the what'd they call it? The pin board, where you could exchange pins.
Wasn't it just the pin exchange board?
That's what it was called, the pin exchange board. And I don't know which pin I exchanged because I can't remember.
The one you got with Super Knitter Girl.
Oh, I don't even know where she is. I don't even know where she is.
Oh.
If I find her, I will insert a picture of her here. I left it was a sheep with wearing a sweater that we got. It was a knit to.
Oh yeah, was that Quince and Company's?
Well, this is it.
Sheep. This little sheep here.
Except mine was a regular white sheep. Yeah.
Yep.
And this was the card it came on. So I left that behind, and I took a Supergirl, and I don't know where she is. So I'll find her, and I'll insert a picture of her here. Okay. So we did that, and then we got inside, and it was more butt to butt than Needles Up was. It was so crazy.
Yeah. I'll give away what their count was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's part of. Yeah. We'll get to how many they had.
Oh, you got the actual count?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know the count.
Oh,
that's right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. More on that later.
Yes.
So we get in there, and we kind of made our rounds, and then later in the evening we got to volunteer, which was really fun because we got to work directly with Leah from Tink. Is it Leah from Tink Knits?
Yes, I think so.
And Christy Glass, who is a blast. She's so fun.
Her energy is unreal.
If you could bottle that energy, I'm telling you what.
I don't know where she gets it from.
You could power the world.
She's an Energizer bunny.
She really is. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she was so sweet. So we helped with tearing down and kind of helping all the vendors get their stuff loaded up so they could go along their way. And then she was having her knit night that evening as well, and we were only going to be there till 7, but we ended up staying till 8 and just helping her set up because you needed the hands. It was a lot for
216 people they were going to have. So we had a ton of tables and chairs to get set up.
Yeah. So we just kind of hung out and stayed on and helped her out with that. So so that was pretty much it, but had a blast.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Hooked up with some people, met some great people.
Yep.
So, the haul from the bazaar. Holy crow. You first.
Me first.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the thing that I wanted to make sure that I hit first. Well, actually, there were two things that kind of tied for what I needed to hit first. The first one is I actually had pre-ordered, and so I needed to meet up with Tanny Casey, and I'm sorry I don't have her card. But she is, I think it's Tanny Casey Handmade.
I'll put
on Instagram. We'll put it below.
I'll put it
Yeah.
below.
But you can see this is the bag
Super
I had
cute
to have.
bag.
It's the perfect size. I can get socks. I can get shawl. I might even be able to get a sweater because I've got 2 large 500-yard cakes in there right now, and I could get 2 more on top of that, plus my shawl project that's in process still. And it's drawstring, which that's my favorite. I love the sheep prints. It's so awesome. And the bottom is waxed canvas. So I love that that is like water resistant and everything if you sit your bag down. And great pocket inside with grommets if you want to run your yarn through there or hook something on if you need to do that. Lined with a great like heavy muslin. It's an awesome bag. I am so happy to finally get one of her bags, and it will not be my last because she had some gorgeous waxed canvas crossbody bags there, and she was extremely busy, so I figured, okay, well, I'll either catch up with her later or I'll get one.
Yeah.
I will get one. That is definitely a happening. And then the other thing that was a must do when we went there was going to Malojos. I had to have a gauge ring. That was like a priority, have to do, must acquire at Rhinebeck. So I got my ring. I'm so happy, so happy. It's heavy. It is very nice quality.
Not gonna bend on you for sure.
No, it's amazing quality. She does such great work. I mean, it's got all your millimeters on there. It's just so handy. It's gonna be right there. I won't have to pull out anything. I can measure my needles on the fly. Love it.
Love it. And was that all your bazaar?
No, that was not all my bazaar.
We'll let you go through your whole bazaar and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there was a booth, the Molly Girl booth.
Oh yes.
And this was fun because she had like a gumball machine there, and she had the little plastic balls with the caps on them that you can put little treat inside. So you could...
Acorns, I think she was calling them.
Acorns?
Acorns,
oh, I didn't
yeah.
know that. That's cute. She was raising funds for, and I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it is. I'll put it down here. We'll find it and we'll put it in.
Yeah. So I think it was $8 a try. You got a token. You got to put it in the machine and get one of the little acorns and see if you'd won anything. So I don't remember how many you did, but I think I did 2.
Oh, and
I got
somewhere.
one that was a pin, which... Nope, I didn't bring my pen.
Here's her card.
Yeah, there we go.
mollygirl.com. I can't show you the back because it has a code on it. And it's mine.
I did get a pin and it said knit boldly. Maybe if I have a picture, we'll put it in here.
Yes.
And then my second one was a skein of her yarn.
Whole skein of yarn. Luckiest chick on the planet right here.
Yeah. I was squealing. This is, let me see, glasses. So
I slept in the same bed and none of it rubbed off.
This is their Bossa Nova Sport. So it's sport weight. About 360 yards. It's 67.5% superwash merino, 25% llama, 12.5% sea cell. Oh, and the colorway is Dance Rascal Dance.
Makes me think of David Bowie and the Labyrinth.
Oh.
He says there's a song he does with the baby. Dance, dance, baby, dance, or something like that.
You got me.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know it. But I loved the colors in this one. It's got so many different colors, so many different speckles. And it's just it's a gorgeous yarn. I love it. And then, you might want to plug your ears, Judy.
She
They
wasn't
had
my sister, I'd hate her.
They had a contest at the end of the night, and they were asking, well, there were so many prizes to give away, like door prizes. You got a ticket. When you were standing in line, you got a raffle ticket, and you went into a drawing for all sorts of prizes that had been donated for door prizes. And it got to the point where
she was reading off numbers and nobody was there.
Somebody had probably won like half of them, but they left. They left too early.
Yeah.
So she switched over to Christy Glass Trivia.
Yeah.
So she was asking different questions, either about her or
knitting in general.
Yeah, just different sorts of things. So she asked a question on how many people did they count through the event that night. It was 1,075 people. So from not knowing whether this event would take off or anything, I think 1,075 people through in 4 hours means success. So I answered correctly, and I won 2 skeins of 3 Irish Girls yarn. It is so cool. I have not had 3 Irish Girls yarn yet.
I love these colors.
I got the stinky eye so bad.
I was so excited that she won. I'm like, yay, yay! No!
Then she saw what I won. Yeah. So this is on their Adorn Luxe. It is 85% merino, 15% nylon, 3.5 ounces, 430 yards. And this colorway was Hemlock. Oh,
gorgeous.
Just a nice, warm, tonal brown.
And they go so good together.
Oh, yes.
God.
This one is Cactus Blossom. And I love it. I think it's coming out. There's little washes of a very light green, and then those pops of that nice brown, like a goldenrod kind of color. The red's in there, some actual yellow. Oh, it's just so pretty.
It's so
pretty, and
a subtle color.
They go so good together. I have not decided on what they will be, but they will be something fabulous.
Together.
It's so squishy.
I would have to do them together.
Gorgeous yarn. Oh, love it. Love it, love it. So thank you, 3 Irish girls.
Yeah, thanks. No, it was awesome for them to. I think all the vendors gave.
Oh, they gave amazing prizes.
Awesome prizes.
Yeah.
Awesome prizes. So this was given to us on the way in. We got this little card, and on the back there's a coupon code that's good for a free pattern by Zandy Peters. So I've not selected mine yet. It's been pretty crazy.
And this was a celebration of the 5th anniversary for her Fox Paws.
Yeah. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna get yet, but you can guarantee I'll be getting it soon. So we got that on the way in, and then I think my first stop was, because I don't have any project bags, as I've said. So I cured that. I cured that hard. I had seen this particular bag on Instagram, it was on YouTube, on Christy's guide to the bazaar. They did a little mini video in Christy's video by Beautiful Sisters. And I loved the concept of this bag. I love the design of the bag, and they had it in buffalo plaid. I'm a sucker for buffalo plaid. So I love this bag. So it can go right in your arm. You can hold your knitting in it. It's got these little flaps here, so you can kind of open it up. But, it's got plenty of room, even with them closed, for your yarn to come out. And then, I love this. You can fold this down and fold your flap out and your other flap out. and it sits like a little bit. This is so awesome for work because I go out and I sit in the lobby. They've got these nice big comfy chairs, and I usually just throw my ball of yarn on the carpet on the floor. But this, I can keep my things in, and it sits really, really nice. It's nice and roomy. It's got a little pocket on the inside. And so I've been putting my sock projects in there, and it's just absolutely perfect. I actually can fit my sock project, the project bag. So this is the one I'm using at the moment. And I can also fit my phone, my wallet, my keys. So like all weekend, well, today's the first day of the weekend, but it feels like the third. Like everything just goes in this, and then I can fold it up. And I can literally put it up on my dashboard, like in the corner of my dashboard, and all my things are in it. I don't have to worry about looking for my purse. It's just perfect. I love it. So that was one. And then because I don't have any project bags, and we had to cure that, I got this amazing to go with. And they had the cutest little mini project bag.
They had all the buffalo plaid.
They had so much buffalo plaid. So this is a huge, huge bag. Look at the bottom. Look at that thing. And this one stands up well too. I use this to finish my, I was toting around my, what's that? Saint's Rest New Brunswick shawl. So if you fold this one over, it will also sit right up for you. And it has a split pocket here. And then it has a big pocket there. And it's lovely. And the zipper is beautiful. It has this swivel. I love that because I can hang it on my wrist, and yeah. Softest leather handle on the planet. So that was Beautiful Sister, and I love it. I will definitely be getting more of their bags after my budget recovers. So that was the first thing I got. And then I did the Molly. Yep. Excuse me while I go off camera here. I did the Molly Girl yarns. I did her like bubblegum ball machine thing. And I got some really cute pins. Really, really cute. I got a little yarn crystal ball.
Globe, or crystal ball, yeah.
Yarn crystal ball. And then I got, which I love because I do crochet. I don't do as much as I used to, but I do crochet. I got a nice little crochet pin representing. And then I got this gorgeous skein of yarn with all my colors and sparkle.
Oh, you can see the sparkle good.
Yeah. Really, really cute. And with that came a code for a complimentary pattern from Molly Girl's Ravelry store. So I also have to choose a pattern from her. Just haven't had time. So that was the next one. And then we went to Sea Colors Yarnery. Is it Nene? She's from Maine, so again, I went all the way to New York to buy Maine yarn. But it's solar dyed in seawater on this hillside farm in Mid-Coast, Maine. So here is her little pamphlet, and here is her information. I'm shaking. So I got a yarn baby.
Truly.
I got a little yarn baby. Her yarn, it smells so good. It's super soft, but it's it's a working yarn. It feels like sturdy, rugged, but it's not scratchy. It's not. It's
sturdy.
It's a sturdy yarn for sure, but it's not. You know, when you say working yarn, you think scratchy, but this is not scratchy. It's a very soft, sturdy working yarn, and these colors just looked so cute together. But what I love about her colors is, look at that.
Variation.
They're so varied. It's so neat. You can really see how, like, different colors have grabbed in the yarn differently. I mean, it's kind of got a corally and then a purpley. Super pretty. I love this one. Me and brown, you know. And it had, didn't it have pops of like, maybe I'm thinking of the green one. But it's so pretty. I guess it's the green one. The green one has like pops of coral in it. And they're really pretty together. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. None. Not a clue. But you can be sure I'll find something. But yeah. Love my yarn baby.
And how much were each of those?
I think it says in here.
Because that's worsted, right?
It is worsted.
Was it 263?
Something like that. Oh, I guess it doesn't say in here. It must say it. It says on her website. I think it is like 260 some odd yards.
Yeah.
In each one.
Because
So
you ended up with almost 900 yards.
yeah.
In the 3.
Yeah. So I could probably make a good sweater out of that for sure. And that is the Yarn Bazaar for me. Oh, you know what I forgot to show? Oh, my Lanta.
No, I don't know.
When we were at Needles Up, beautiful Amber gave me a cute little...
You mean Yarn Bazaar?
Yarn Bazaar. Yes, it was the Yarn Bazaar. Gave me one of her beautiful little pins that has her catchphrase, have so much fun with your knitting, and then her name. So, yeah, I forgot about that. That's it, right? Oh, we want to talk about...
Oh, yeah.
We want to talk about the Tink Knits. She has a de-stashing, like a consignment service.
And I keep saying Tink Knits. It's Tink Knit.
Tink Knit.
Yeah.
So you can send your yarn in. She had little bags for us. So this is to de-stash. You know, you want to use your, I want to say gourmet yarn, but that's not the right word.
Yeah, and she has 2 ways. If you look at her website, she has 2 ways you can do it. She takes professional photographs. So if you have, you know, more of your higher end, expensive yarns, higher quality yarns, you may want to send those to her and let her do professional photographs of those. But she also has a way on there that you can set up your own little store, and you can put you can take your own pictures, you can put your own yarn there and de-stash as well. So it's a really cool idea.
Yeah, it's a great little way to de-stash some of the stuff that you may no longer need or can't find a way to use, and your yarn just needs a new home. So that was really cool. And I think that is it for our part 1. Yeah, that was pretty much it. We got done at the bazaar and we were wiped out.
We did go find a bite.
We did find a bite at Bun's Burger, which was divine. Oh my
really
goodness.
Good.
The fries were
the
fantastic.
fries.
Oh my gosh. Like,
Oh, you get a whole, like,
we got a large because we figured
cylinder.
we're going to share it. It's going to be, you know, large fry. Holy crow.
it would have been, what, like 4 or 5 McDonald's size
Yeah.
large.
Yeah.
It comes out in a great big stainless steel cylinder.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the burger was so thick, it's, I don't know if I can get my
and a
mouth around it.
beautiful artisan bun. That
Yeah.
crunchy on the outside, nice and chewy on the inside.
Yeah.
It was really yummy.
I
Grass-fed
think that was
beef.
their signature bun, I think is what that one was.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
So yummy. And we had soda pop in glass bottles.
Yes.
Fancy.
It's good stuff.
It was good stuff. Yep. So it was a very good time on Friday, and then we went to sleep, and we stayed in New York. We stayed in Statsburg at Nevermore home. Our host was Sandy. Hi, Sandy. And it was we stayed in the secret garden room.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. The house was incredible. And the work that she put into rescuing this home and bringing it back to its original glory. It was like an 1840s?
1880,
1880?
80s, I think, when it was
Old.
built.
Really old house, but so well preserved and just...
And it was an old, it was an ice company?
Yes.
Ice company?
Yeah. The owners of the people who lived in it before owned an ice company, local ice company. So yeah, it was really beautiful, and Sandy was super sweet. She got up every morning and had coffee and yogurt, granola, fruit. Like, she was just absolutely incredible. Sweet, sweet, sweet lady.
Yeah.
And while we were there, we'll go ahead and show this. While we were there, we met a couple of her friends, Frank and Kathy Riotto, and they own Holly Road Fiber Farm, registered color Angora goats. So there's their information. And they had come up to Rhinebeck to kind of scope things out. So they have some hand-spun yarns, knitted items. She gave me some great names of like old designers, people that did like lace wear and sweaters. Some like older
old German patterns.
Yeah, old German
lace.
stuff, like, and we're of German descent, so we were like so hi Frank and Kathy. And that was pretty much it for Friday. Yeah, so we will stop this because it's probably pretty lengthy, and we will do a part 2. So if you watched us through this whole thing, thank you so much for joining us.
We really appreciate you spending time with us.
And to follow us individually on social media, where can we find you, Julie?
On Ravelry, I'm Julie Larrabee, and on Instagram, I'm Larrabee Julie. Just switch them around.
And I am Nana's House 15 on Ravelry, and I'm Nana's_House 15 on Instagram. So until next time, stay nutty and keep knitting. Bye.